Mia and Sarah had always been close. They were fraternal twins, born just minutes apart, and had been inseparable ever since. They had the same brown hair and brown eyes, but their personalities were quite different. Mia was outgoing and adventurous, while Sarah was more reserved and introspective. Despite their differences, they had always gotten along and supported each other. Their senior year of high school was no different, except for one thing: the arrival of David. He was a transfer student from another school and quickly became the talk of the town. He was tall, with sandy blonde hair and blue eyes that seemed to sparkle. Mia and Sarah both noticed him right away, and soon they were both vying for his attention. At first, Mia and Sarah didn't talk much about their feelings for David. They would both blush when he walked by, and they would try to catch his eye whenever they could. But as time went on, the tension between them grew. They both knew they liked him, but they didn't know how to deal with the fact that they were both interested in the same person. One day, Mia decided to take matters into her own hands. She approached David after class and struck up a conversation with him. He seemed interested in her, and they exchanged phone numbers. Mia was thrilled, but Sarah felt a twinge of jealousy. She had also been hoping to get to know David better, but now it seemed like Mia had beat her to it. Over the next few weeks, Mia and David started spending more and more time together. Sarah tried to be happy for her sister, but she couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. She would see them together in the hallway, laughing and holding hands, and feel a pang of jealousy in her chest. Finally, the moment came when David had to make a choice. Mia and Sarah both knew that he couldn't date them both, but they didn't know how to handle the situation. One day, David took Mia aside and told her how he felt. He said that he was really interested in her and wanted to see where things could go. Mia was over the moon. She had been hoping that David would choose her, and now it seemed like her dreams were coming true, but Sarah was devastated. She had allowed herself to hope that David might choose her, but now it seemed like that was never going to happen. The aftermath of David's decision was difficult for both Mia and Sarah. Mia was thrilled to be in a relationship with David, but she could see how hurt her sister was. Sarah, meanwhile, felt like she had lost something important. She had always been close to Mia, but now it felt like there was a wall between them. As the days went on, Mia and David's relationship grew stronger. They would go on dates and spend time together, and Mia would come home with a smile on her face. Sarah tried to be happy for them, but it was hard. She couldn't shake the feeling that she had lost something important. The tension between the sisters grew till one day, they had a huge fight. Sarah accused Mia of stealing David from her, and Mia accused Sarah of being selfish and not supporting her happiness. They yelled and cried and said things they didn't mean. In the end, they were left with a strained relationship and a lot of hurt feelings. Sarah took a deep breath and walked into Mia's room. Mia was surprised to see her, but she welcomed her in. They sat on Mia's bed and talked for a long time. Sarah apologized for the things she had said, and Mia apologized for not being more sensitive to Sarah's feelings. As they talked, they began to realize that they had both been struggling with their own issues. Mia was happy with David, but she was worried about how their relationship would affect her relationship with her sister. Sarah, on the other hand, was struggling with feelings of jealousy and abandonment, and she wasn't sure how to deal with them. Slowly but surely, they began to work through their problems. They talked about how important their relationship was to them and how they didn't want anything to come between them. They promised to be more honest with each other in the future and to try to be more understanding of each other's feelings. David played a big role in helping the sisters come together. He could see how much they loved each other, and he wanted them to be happy. He would invite Sarah over when he and Mia were hanging out, and he would make an effort to include her in their conversations. He never wanted Sarah to feel left out or excluded. Over time, Sarah began to accept David's presence in their lives. She realized that he made Mia happy, and that was all that mattered. She even started to enjoy spending time with him and getting to know him better. As Sarah and Mia worked through their issues, their relationship grew stronger than ever. They spent more time together, and they talked about everything. They would stay up late into the night, laughing and reminiscing about old times. They even started making plans for the future, like where they would go to college and what they would do after graduation. Eventually, the time came for Mia and David to go to college. Sarah was sad to see them go, but she knew that they would always be close. Mia and Sarah promised to keep in touch, and they made plans to visit each other whenever they could. In the years that followed, Sarah and Mia stayed true to their promise. They talked on the phone regularly, and they would visit each other whenever they had a chance. Sarah even came to visit Mia and David when they got married, and she was thrilled to be a part of their special day. Looking back, Sarah realized that the situation with David had actually brought her and Mia closer together. It had forced them to confront their own issues and to be more honest with each other. It had also shown them how important their relationship was and how much they loved each other. In the end, Sarah realized that family was the most important thing of all. No matter what happened, she knew that she could always count on her sister to be there for her. And that was a bond that could never be broken.